Folks, we are back. Breakdown Boys. Special MMA episode. It's special for now, but we're going to get pretty regular with this stuff.
Facts.
Okay, we're getting... Our MMA knowledge is pretty sturdy, and we're re-sturdying our get, okay? Even though I can't hit it like that. But Sensei, big fight feel coming up this Saturday.
Yes, dude.
Not talking about Misfits. I'm talking about UFC 285. The return of Jon Bones Jones.
The return, dude, of what many believe is the GOAT.
Is that your GOAT?
No.
Who's your GOAT?
It's probably GSP.
Explanation.
He did it in multiple weight classes, which makes it prove that you are really him.
So
he
if Jon
didn't-
wins this Saturday,
now we're talking because he didn't weight bully. Because like when
come on, Jon can't help that he's 205 pounds at 6'4", 84-inch reach, bro.
okay, I know, but like he was just always like
Chicken leg.
so much bigger.
Listen, it's not Jon's fault that, and I'm a Daniel
was a
Cormier
giant
guy.
in
That
there.
Daniel Cormier is 5'9", 245 pounds and cuts to 205, and it's that crazy.
No, I know.
Us
I just don't think you can be the GOAT. I just think that the guys who have gone up
Right.
and still won like a
Right.
championship,
Yeah.
and were also dominant for like years on end. To me, that's just like
Jon checks. If Jon wins this Saturday, he checks all those boxes, bro.
100%.
And you could argue he
100%.
beat better opponents.
Yes.
Like, you can't even argue. He beat better opponents. He beat 3 generations of opponents, Sensei.
Yes. This is true. Yes, this is true.
Rampage, Rashad,
But
Chael, Shogun.
Okay, but no, Shogun. Those
That wasn't Don't say that was Wash Shogun, because Shogun fought for years after.
I
that.
know, but he was washed. Listen, I'll tell you something right now. I know. Listen,
Lyoto Machida, Gustafson,
I know, but
DC.
they got these guys. Yes, obviously, I'm not knocking Jon. I'm a big fan of Jon. He's like if
We're nitpicking. We're nitpicking.
we're nitpicking. I'm not like saying whatever, but I think sometimes
Thiago Santos.
with those names though, like something like Shogun, I knew somebody who one of my instructor who my instructor introduced brought Chuck Liddell to Thailand. Okay. So this is his lineage of Muay Thai. The first Ultimate Fighter, Mark Delagrati, was the coach for Muay Thai for one of the teams. He was like the head Muay Thai guy for Thailand. Mark Delagrati is he's from Somerville, Mass. He teaches at Sitio.
Shout out Somerville.
He runs Sitio Tong, and he was Stephen Bonner, that gym.
Okay.
Guru Chase is his instructor. Okay. When that fight was happening back then,
The Stephen Bonner fight?
no, the Jon Jones and Shogun.
Oh, the Jon Jones. Okay, dude.
He was like, I was like, oh, this exciting thing's coming up. You know what I mean? This young guy, and they're like, Guru's like, Shogun's gonna get destroyed. He doesn't have a chance. I was like, what? He's like, he has no chance against Bones. Now, obviously, Bones, he understood. He had the end on how good Jones was, but Shogun was nearing the end, and some of these guys were nearing the end, like Rampage or Rashad or Lyoto. A bit,
Lyoto wasn't. He wasn't at the end at that point.
He wasn't, but like Lyoto's prime is like right when is in the beginning, but also
If you're saying Lyoto's prime is right when he wins the title and nothing else is prime, it's like, bruh.
no, not when he wins the title, but he wasn't.
Because guess who beat him?
These
after
guys
he
are
won the
older.
title. Shogun came and whooped him.
Yeah, but they were kind of like the same. That's what I'm saying. Lyoto and
I'm
Shogun.
just saying he
But-
ran through that division. He said, "Cool,
Yes.
that generation, I
Yes.
buried you. The generation above me, I buried you. My generation, buried you. Next generation,
Yes.
excluding the Dom Reyes fight, buried you."
Yeah,
Okay.
no. I think so, but again, he's ridiculous.
OSP off cocaine and 3 years off
That was
and
crazy.
dick pills.
But he wins this heavyweight fight. To me, he's the GOAT. To me, though,
Let's talk about it.
like Khabib didn't go up at 70. He should have because he's a weight bully as well. If he went up to 70,
I will agree with you that some of these guys are weight bullies,
Right.
for sure.
like even Connor,
fact that
Connor loses a lot of stock because he was a weight bully. And then when he went up, he won, and then wasn't able to defend. GSP is a guy. Did he win it at 55?
No, GSP is at 70 and 85.
Okay, so 70 and 85. But he was never at 55? Why did I think he was at 55?
No, always at 70. I think the conversation of Habib and GSP or Connor and GSP at 55 had come up.
But early on. GSP never was at 55?
70-er, bro. 70-er.
I knew that, but why did I think he was 55 early, super early on, dude?
He was tiny. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Matt Serra was a 70-er?
Yes, bro. See, GSP weight bully, bro. Weight bullied Matt Serra.
Damn.
And still got knocked out.
You may be right. Because I didn't even put that much thought. I mean, the Bisping one was kind of cheating. Anyway.
I just look at the guys that GSP beat, and they're great. You know, Matt Hughes, great. Josh Koscheck, great. You know, like these guys were.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I know.
But
it's not.
But when you lose, when you lose, I mean, you win, but you lose a split decision to Johnny Hendricks. Probably should have lost the fight.
Hendricks was juiced to the gills, though.
But again, he was. What they used to call him? What they call him? He had the left hand. I can't remember what they call him. Big Rig. Big Rig.
Juice Johnny? Is that what they call him? I don't know what they call him. Johnny Juice.
Big Rig.
Johnny Juice.
Big Rig was the left hand, bro. That thing was nasty. But anyway.
Let's
talk about.
Yes. Okay. But yes, he's right
the
there.
The fact that Jon is probably going to become the GOAT. And by the way, I'm not a fan of Jon as far as a person. I've stated this so many times. I can't stand Jon as a person. He's one of the biggest talents that we've ever seen, maybe possibly ever, and just wasted it and is a terrible person.
But that also makes him a great fighter. This is Mike Tyson in his day.
Evil Jon is real.
Yeah, bro. Look at Mike Tyson back in the day, bro.
I know. The same reason I can't fuck with Floyd. I can't fuck with Mike as people, but they're great fighters.
Mike's okay now. You know, Mike's a good guy now.
Mike's okay now. He's subdued. He's in his old age. If Mike was 30 today, he'd have killed someone. He would have murdered somebody.
Yeah.
And you can't convince me otherwise. He would have. He might have already done it and got away with it. We don't know. But anyway, might have Ray Lewis that shit. But we have a heavyweight fight on our hands. We're 5 minutes into the video. I haven't talked about it. Jon Jones, Ciryl Gane. What are your thoughts on this fight, and how do you see it going, man?
Man, the fact that Ngannou wrestled Gane is really bothersome to me.
Yeah, picked him up and dumped him on his head.
Because it's
stayed on top of him.
We know that Johnny Boy could out wrestle probably Ngannou in his sleep. And obviously can do that to Ciryl Gane.
Dude, we were about 5 to 10 seconds of fury away from having Jon Jones versus Tai Tuivasa. Look at that right hand, son.
Wait.
Oh yeah, you're not watching. Look at his right hand. This is how close we were.
Oh.
That's how close we were, man.
Oh man.
That's it.
See if Jon.
Now here's the thing too. Like you said, Jon is probably one of the best wrestlers, or at least in his prime, was one of the best wrestlers in the higher divisions. Like you can argue that Henry Cejudo is the, or even GSP. You could argue,
right?
But Jon in his prime was one of the best wrestlers. Here's an interesting stat though. Jon's percentage takedowns landed has gone down drastically over the last. Obviously he hasn't been active in a while, but over his last like 5 or 6 fights, drastically.
Interesting.
So that's an interesting point, and does make this fight a little bit more interesting because of the athleticism of Ciryl Gane, right? And on the feet, how stylistically unique he is.
Dude, this is why
dangerous.
I love Ciryl Gane. So he has a lot of French influence. He's from France, I believe, right? Ciryl Gane?
Yep.
And they have that kickboxing style in France called French Savate. And it's all about just beautiful movement. And this guy fights like he's like a lightweight, dude.
Yeah.
And a little bit too comfortable for me at time, and he is jacked as well. I remember seeing that, but I'm like,
big.
What the heck?
He's big. Inside leg kick, boom.
And he's very quick. But here's the thing. This is why I say the GOAT thing. Is because Johnny has always been able to do this.
Yeah, you gotta watch the
He's always been able to say just, hey, back up.
I poke king.
And he's
still gonna have a reach advantage, by the way. You know this.
Oh, that's incredible.
His reach advantage, someone was saying his reach is taller than Stefan Struve, someone said. He's got a Stefan Struve reach. Like, if you put Stefan Struve sideways, Christian, there's a graphic. We have to find it. Jon's reach is Stefan Struve.
No way, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Damn.
He's got like an 84-inch reach or something crazy, dude.
Because, see, the only thing is I don't know if Jon's little striking tricks that he's been using, the low-line side kick to the knee, the hand fighting.
That's gonna, yeah.
I don't know if that's going to work. Gon is a very, very skilled striker.
He's slick.
He's a very, very skilled stand-up striker. And those tricks don't work as well. They work great against wrestlers or people that are just like they're MMA, punchers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But someone like Gon, I'm not sure if that's going to work. If you're going to be able to chop him down.
Whew.
I
don't know if it'll work initially. I agree with you. I don't know if it'll work initially. But I think Jon wearing him down, and again, we're going to see if Jon's speed that he had at light heavyweight's going to carry, because it looks like he's gained a lot of weight, and just watching him recently, it's like, where did that speed go?
Yeah,
man?
I think the way Jon wins this fight is that clinches him, puts him up against the cage, tires him out.
Here's Jon.
Little foot trips.
This is Jon now. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is.
A lot of weight. And again, this is just, a little bit of what we're looking at. This is not, Jon fight night. But for him to be 6'4" and have that reach, it's almost negated by the fact that he never learned how to jab. Never been able to control a fight with his jab. He's been able to control it with his hands and his fingers and this number.
Right.
But never with the jab.
Eye poke.
It's like, hey, sorry. Oh, fingers up. Got you. Just have one of these.
The way I see Jon winning is clinching against the cage.
Yeah.
The dirty boxing in there. Good old Johnny stuff. Foot sweeps. Trip him, get him down his back, and then just vicious ground and pound. And use his wrestling and frustrate him and not let him get to his feet and catch him ugly when he's on the ground. That's what I'm saying.
Always been nasty.
This
boom.
Yeah, that's ugh.
Boom. Always been vicious, bro. Look at Shogun's face, dude. Those elbows. Bang. How you like me now?
So beautiful.
See ya. That was young Jon, man. Do we still get that guy? That's the question.
I don't know
that guy. Is he still as creative? Is he still as explosive? Is he still as fast?
Yes, definitely. I don't know about as fast, but the creativity, the skill, he's been training like that. But the explosion you don't really need because he's gonna have the weight, and he was never really an explosive striker. You know what I'm saying? He was just kind of like volume, technique, placement.
Right. The explosion. I guess what I'm trying to say. The explosion into the takedown. The explosion to be able to finish. Right.
Yeah, but I think the takedown is going to be back against the cage for Shogun. Because, yeah, dude, this man is
for
different.
A guy that big.
Because but Jones is a guy that'll put you up against the cage and use his foot sweeps and be real clever and get you onto the mat that way. And I think that's where it's going to be tough for Gon. He doesn't have that experience where maybe in space he can use his athleticism to sprawl and to get.
That's where you worry about too, though, is that his creativity might get him in some trouble, right? That's a beautiful front kick.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Gon has the defensive wrestling ability to get himself out of the danger. His striking is going to be good,
and this is where this fight ends quickly.
Exactly.
Quickly. Like, he's not going to Francis and just, hold position here. He's posturing up, and this elbow is getting driven into your nose.
Yeah, I think unless Jon just decides, I want to strike with him and prove I'm a better striker, and we've seen guys do that in the past.
Submission, immediately.
Yeah, this is what I see. I just don't. Gon doesn't have the ability. Jon is going to be able to get him against the cage.
Yeah.
And
boom. You tell me that Don doesn't flip him and put him on his head
Gon
there?
is doing that. You want to talk about foot sweeps and then cage work for wrestling against the cage?
Yep.
Come on now.
I know. So what are you saying, Sensei? What's this fight end by, and how does whoever wins get it done?
Johnny Bones Jones TKO round 4.
I'm gonna say Jon Jones.
I'm thinking 3, but I'll say 4.
I was gonna go 3, and I think he heavy ground and pound. I think by the time the third round comes, I think Jon's unsuccessful with his takedown early, honestly. I think there's positions that he gets to, like you're talking about, on the cage, and Gon does a better job with his hips here, better job with the hand fighting, and finds a way to circle out. But, and I even think that Gon could have some success with the striking early. But I think as the fight goes long and as Johnny just continues to walk forward, at some point, I agree with you, he's going to close distance and either on the cage or off of a mistimed kick or an inaccurate kick, high crotch, or like you said, sweep, inside trip. Remember, Jon has some nasty inside trips too. If he gets hands clasped.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
He's super clever. And Gon is somebody, even if he hurts you, if you're like a skilled wrestler or grappler, it's going to be hard for Gon to finish someone with ground and pound and stuff like that. So he's going to have to like sleep him.
Yeah. One shot.
You know, or just win a decision. Or he can win a decision just using his striking and staying at bay. But you're telling me Johnny Bones Jones can't cut off
5 rounds. He's not gonna
cut off the cage and be able to, get there and just drown this man.
Yeah. I'm saying third round submission. I think he gets on top of Gon. Heavy ground and pound, and Gon turns his back. He gives up the neck. Rear naked choke. Third round.
I'm
not saying that it's not a competitive fight for some period. I just think Jon is, if he is still Jon, it's been a long time. We are kind of dismissing the ring rust here for Jon. If he's still Jon, heavyweight's in trouble.
Oh yeah,
heavyweight is in trouble. And to be fair, Francis, in my opinion, would have been in trouble.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like there's not a heavyweight right now that I can think of off the top of my head that, if Jon is still Jon, to not even 100% young Jon, just 80% of that, 70% of that, heavyweight's in trouble. But we don't have the answers. And since we picked the same guy, we're going to have to do the same punishment. Whatever it is, comment section, if we're wrong, let us know what our punishment is.
Well, we can say, we can decide who's, because we said third.
Who's closer?
Who's closer, yeah, for sure, bro.
Okay. So if it happens in round... Okay, so 1 through 3, it's me. 4 and 5 is you, yeah?
Right. Yeah.
Technically. Even if it's round 1, I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm closer.
Yeah, whoever's closer. Yep.
Okay.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair.
There it is. You heard it. Comment section. Whoever is closer on their prediction, or if we both get it wrong, we'll both do the punishment. Comment section. Let us know what it is. I guess we'll find out.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then